So I'm straying a little bit from the content that I have been making, and I'm going to make some D6s for a couple videos, as I want to get a little bit more variety in what I'm doing here. I recently updated the shop site, including a gallery and everything right there on the front page, blog, as well as the catalog. I saw that LAVENDAR Creations made some cool dice on the dice making Discord, so I asked about the technique. I may not have nailed it this time, but I'm going to work on it more, so I'll make some more dice like this. So let's get started. Mr. Nola's glass coat epoxy, our silicone mixing cup, our regular mixing cup, stir sticks, Mylar bits and tweezers in case things get messy, because it may get messy, I don't know. My molds, my resin pigment, which I have black and pink, and my PPE. I'll be mixing 40 milliliters today for the molds. 30 for the D6s plus a D20 dump mold, as I wanted to test. 30 will suffice here, but I just wanted to sand a D20, add some different colors in it, and then just go from there and see what works and what doesn't. I mixed for about 5 minutes, and while I was doing this, I thought I just needed to get time. I needed extra time, which the working time is like 40 minutes on this resin. And I thought I could do double duty while stirring and getting my molds ready at the same time. It wasn't necessary. Once it's done mixing, I'll add a little bit of black and a little bit of pink to the mix to kind of give it that darker yet light pink. I know it looks dirty, but it ends up looking really, really good. So I'll fill my molds about halfway, and then I will crumple up the little bits of Mylar and put them in. You'll see that in a moment. But the takeaway from this is that I should probably soak my bits before I put them in the molds. I noticed a lot of little bubbles, which is one of the reasons why I frosted these, because if you were to fully polish it and look at it inside a little bit more, you'll see some of those little bubbles in between the cracks. And here I am moving around the resin around it, which if it was filled with resin, or if the bits were put in the resin beforehand to get it around, it would have worked. Then I just get the lighter to get the surface bubbles, cap them up real nice and snug, but not too hard, a little tap tap, and then we get them in our, I don't even know what to call that, the little thing, and then you get to actually hear me sing. It's time to get them in the pot. Singing aside, I'll put them in the pressure pot for 24 hours at 37 psi.
24 hours later.
Yes, 24 hours later. So we pull the dice, we get them out of the little wooden thing, and I check the D20 and it looks really good. It's the effect that I was looking for, so I pull the rest of them and they look amazing. Aside from the little bubbles that I saw, and they look good. You can see how it looks and kind of listen. So then I sanded the D20 like I said I would, and I put different colors. So what I ultimately ended up with was going with that violet color on the 19 and the black of the 11. I'm going to ink these in Anita's acrylic craft paint in violet and white mixed together, and then apple barrel black. I painted the violet color on the odds, and I will paint the evens in the black. Both of them are matte colors, which match the Frosty dice, and I had sanded these to just the gray zonas. Once I was done inking all these, I wipe them with the 91% alcohol once they're all done and dry, and this is what they ended up looking like. Looks fancy. Let's hear what they sound like. And those are my Frosty Mylar'd D6s inked in violet and black. I am Hers with HC Customs. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I don't know. If you liked it, hit like. If you didn't like it, you could hit dislike. Tell me why in the comments. If there's any technique you want me to try, or if you want to see, let me know in the comments. Anything I mentioned will be down in the description. I also wanted to thank LAVENDAR Creations for helping me out with this technique, and we'll see you next time.